All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving headfirst into a bustling Taiwanese night market to get our hands on one of its most legendary snacks. I mean, this thing is a true street food icon, and it all kicks off with one simple question.
Okay, just picture this for a second. What if a hot dog bun wasn't a bun at all? What if it was made of perfectly grilled, savory rice? Yeah, you heard me right. If that sounds wild, or maybe just wildly delicious, then stick around. That's exactly the masterpiece we're breaking down today.
So what is this thing called? It's a Tang Bao Xiaotang, but you might hear it called the Taiwanese-style submarine sandwich. And let me be perfectly clear, going to a Taiwanese night market and skipping this, that's like visiting Taipei and just ignoring Taipei 101. You just don't do it. It's that iconic.
But here's where it gets really interesting. What makes this whole experience so unique isn't just the food. At a lot of these stalls, before you even get a bite, you might find yourself playing a game.
Yep, a game. It's called Shiba Dodze, and it's the super simple, really fast-paced dice game you play right there against the stall owner. And what are you playing for? Well, you could win an extra sausage or, hey, maybe even get your whole meal on the house. It's just a little friendly competition before you dig in.
So how do you play? It's honestly as easy as it gets. You tell the owner what you want, and that's basically your bet. They hand you a bowl with 4 dice, you give it a good roll, and if you beat the owner's score, boom, you're a winner. And if you don't, no big deal, you just pay for the amazing food you were about to buy anyway. It's all part of the fun, right?
You know, this whole tradition is wrapped up perfectly in a saying you'll probably hear shouted at the stalls. Black sausage, white sausage, big sausage wrapping small sausage. It pretty much sums up the whole vibe. Whether you win or lose the game, you're always walking away with this incredible snack.
All right, so we've played the game. We've won or lost, and now it's time to talk about the prize. Let's break down the food itself. I mean, it's called big sausage wrapping small sausage for a very literal reason. It's time to meet the 2 stars of our show.
Okay, so check this out. First up, you've got the big sausage, which has this amazing nickname, the rice-rich tycoon. But, and this is key, it's not meat. This is our glutinous rice bun, and playing opposite it is the small sausage, also known as the meat hero, and that's exactly what it is, the soulful, savory, juicy pork filling.
So let's zoom in on that big sausage. How do they make it? Well, they steam glutinous rice with all sorts of savory goodies, like peanuts and fried shallots, and then they stuff all of that goodness into a sausage casing. When it hits the grill, the outside gets just a little bit crispy, but the inside stays so wonderfully soft and chewy. The texture is just unreal.
And then you have its partner in crime, the small sausage. This is your classic Taiwanese pork sausage, and if you've ever had one, you know that signature flavor. It's this perfect dance between sweet and savory, and it often gets an extra kick from things like Kaoliang liquor, soy sauce, and that aromatic 5-spice powder. It's just packed with flavor. So where did this genius combo even come from? Well, it actually started out as a really practical, portable meal for Hakka workers out in Hualien. But then, in the 1990s, it landed in the night markets, and man, it just spread like wildfire. And today, it's an absolute, undisputed icon of Taiwanese street food.
Okay, so we've got the components, we know the history. Now for my favorite part, watching the magic happen. The real artistry goes down right there at the vendor's stall.
And watching them put it together is really something else. First, both sausages hit that charcoal grill until they're super fragrant and get those perfect little charred bits. Then, they take the big rice sausage and slice it open lengthwise, just like a hot dog bun. Next comes a generous smear of sauce. We're talking rich garlic paste or maybe a sweet chili sauce. The grilled pork sausage gets nestled right inside, and then for the grand finale, it gets loaded up with all kinds of toppings.
And oh, the toppings. This is where you really get to customize. You've got tangy pickled mustard greens, crisp sliced cucumber, crunchy crushed peanuts, fresh cilantro, but listen up. For the truly authentic experience, the one thing you can't skip is the raw garlic. Seriously, a few whole cloves just tucked inside give it this pungent, spicy kick that cuts through all the richness. It's a game changer.
So as you can probably tell, this is so much more than just grabbing a quick bite. It's a whole cultural experience, you know? From the fun of the dice game to picking out your own toppings, it's a whole adventure. And when you finally take that first bite, it is an absolute explosion of flavors and textures. You get the slight crisp of the casing, then that soft, chewy rice, then you hit the sweet and savory pork, and it's all balanced out by that sharp bite from the garlic and the tang from the pickles. It's a complete sensory overload in the best possible way.
So there you have it. It's part game, part meal, and a whole lot of delicious history all rolled into one. Which really only leaves one question for you. The next time you find yourself in a bustling night market surrounded by all those incredible smells, would you roll the dice for your dinner?